Yeah, so operators. In today's class, we are going to discuss about operators. Meanwhile, I want to clear one thing. Okay, so we discussed about Python memory management, right? And there I said if the variable name already exists, it won't create. If variable name doesn't exist, then it's going to create. This is what I said. But sorry, that is wrong actually. Okay, so I will tell you what is memory management in clear in this class now. And sorry for the wrong answer. Okay, like a wrong explanation on that day. Okay, and let me just give a intro on that. Okay, so PVM will be there. Python Virtual Memory Management. So Python Virtual Memory Management will be there. PVM. Okay, so first what it will do, whenever you create some data, whenever you create some content, or whenever you create some variable, whatever it is, whenever you create something, okay, or whenever you create objects, because we already discussed everything in Python, we are considering as an object. Whenever you are creating an object, for example, a is equals to 10, your a is an object. It's normally an variable, but in Python, we are considering everything as an object. Whenever you create a is equals to 10, in memory, it directly won't go and create, assign some memory to this variable a. First, it will check is there the content, the value of 10 exists. It will check the object's value, not the object name. It will check if object's value already exists. If object's value already exists, it will create a reference. It not at all going to create a new memory. To the same memory, it will give one more name. For example, you already created num is equals to 10. Now in your memory, 10 is already there. And for that, num variable got like that name got assigned. Now you are trying to create a variable with same value 10. At that time, what will happen? It won't create a new memory. So it will go to the same memory. Along with this num variable name, it will assign a variable name to the same memory. Clear? Based on content. If that object's content already exists, it will add a reference to that. If that content doesn't exist, then only it's going to create new memory location for that object, or for that variable, or for that function, or for that class, whatever it is. Clear? How memory management happening in Python? Is it clear,
Yeah,
guys?
sister, I'm here.
Yeah. But here we have one disadvantage. Okay. For example, now, okay, I told here 10 is there. I stored 10. And 10 has two references. One is A and one is num. Okay. Now, the disadvantage that we have is if you updated num value to 15, automatically the A value is also going to update to 15. This disadvantage is there, right? If two variables pointing to same value, same address, if you change value of one variable, automatically the value of another variable going to change. If both variable pointing to same memory address. Correct? So this is where immutability feature came in. In previous class, we discussed immutability means we can't modify the data. So in Python, we have few things which are immutable. In later on classes, we can discuss. But this is how Python memory management happens. Any doubt? If I have to repeat, I will repeat again. Could you please respond, guys?
Yeah, repeat once again.
Okay, so first I created a variable. Okay, num is equals to 10. And then what happened? It will go to the memory. This is for the first time I am creating the value 10. Okay, so it got stored in memory, and the variable name assigned to this memory location. The next time I created a variable a with same value 10. At that time what will happen? Python PVM, Python Virtual Memory Management, will go to the memory and it will check if 10 value already exists in memory or not. So that if that value already exists to the same memory location, it will give one more name. Means memory address is same, but it has two names. Either you can access it by using a, or you can access it by using num. If that object's content already exists, then it will create a reference. Reference means for the same memory location, it's going to give one more name. Okay. Here, the disadvantage that we have is if you change the value for this num variable, automatically the value for this a variable also going to change because you changed value for num to 15. Now, in place of 10, the value going to update to 15. Okay, the value will update it to 15. Now, A also pointing to same memory location, right? At that time, A's value is also going to change from 10 to 15. This disadvantage we have. Okay, that's why we have immutability feature in Python. For most of the data types, not for most, for few things I can say, we have this immutability feature. Immutability in the sense you can't modify the date. Okay, few are there. At the time, what will happen? For example, this 10 is immutable. Just consider integer is immutable or not. We can discuss in later on classes. But for now, just consider your 10 is integer, right? Integer is immutable. At that time, what will happen? A and num both going to refer to 10 only. Now, if you change the value of num to 15, okay, it will create new memory address with num. And here num going to erase. Okay, here num will get erased because of the immutability nature. What happened? Clear? Now you understood?
Yeah, understood.
And if I have to repeat again, I can. I don't have
No,
any
no,
issues to
we
repeat
understood.
again and again. If you are clear, that's enough for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clear,
understood.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. In later classes, we
Yes.
can came to know how it's going to change. We can write some code and we can execute. We can check the memory address, right? By using ID function that available in Python, we can check the memory address so that using that we can change the value and we can check how it's going to work. How the immutability came into picture, those things and all we can understand in later on classes. But for now, keep it in your mind. Okay, what is immutability and how Python memory management happens in Python. Clear? Clear, guys?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Now,
Clear.
let us start with our operators. Operator. Okay. So we can say like operators, like in general example, what we can say, you are using calculator, right? And if you are using plus operator, I mean plus symbol, it's going to do some addition for us. If you use minus, it's going to do some subtraction for us, right? Means it has some operation. It's going to perform some action. So operators are nothing but symbols and that performs certain operations. Means that perform certain actions, certain like a plus for addition, minus for subtraction, slash for division, star for multiplication. So like that, for each operator, there is a specific functionality and those operators going to perform that specific functionality on the values. Okay, so that values we are going to call as operands. In computer terminology, we are calling those as operands. Let me take an example, A plus B. Now, plus is your operator. It's going to perform addition operation. Clear? It's going to perform addition operation. Means it will add. Okay. So add is your operation and plus is your operator. And you have A, B, right? These are the operands. Okay. A comma B are operands. So operators are used to perform certain operation on operands. This is in technical terms we can say. For example, if we do A plus B, so here they are going to add two numbers. So add is our operation and plus is our operator and the operands are A comma B. Or 10 plus 20, if you do 10 comma 20 are your operands, plus is your operator, adding is your operation. Clear?
Yes, clear.
And for each operator, there is specific functionality already defined. Okay, for each operation, there is already specific functionality defined. Let's see. And very basic operators and common in any programming languages, arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. Here, what will come? Plus, minus, multiplication, division, percentage. Okay, along with that, we have this thing and these two I will explain you at end. The last two operators I will explain you at end. Okay, here one important question will come into picture. I will explain you that as well. For now, let us cover the first five basic operators. Okay, now just you can do print. If you want to create variables, that's up to you. I'm just I just want to give demo, right? So that's why I'm not at all creating any variables. I'm just applying on direct values. 10 plus 20. So this will add the numbers and print 10 minus 20 and print 10 star 20 and print 10 divided by 20. These four operations we everybody knows. Let us execute Python operators.py. Now see 10 plus 20 it's 30, 10 minus 10, 20. It's a negative, right? From smaller value we are subtracting the negative value. That's why we can see everybody aware of mathematics. I no need to explain in depth. And 10 into 20 it's 200. 10 divided by 20 it's 0.5. So these four operators everybody clear. Then we have this percentage operator. So it's not at all going to give any percentage to us. So percentage operator stands for reminder. It will give you the reminder. So we are going to do some division, right? So whenever we are doing the division, we need reminders, right? So what is the value that remain after dividing a number with another number? So to get that reminder, we are using this percentage. So uh, like how to say, in most of the scenarios, even in projects, in real-time projects, based on the scenario, we are using this percentage symbol. I too, in real-time projects, I too used many times this percentage operator based on the requirement. Even going on based on our we are going to explore, right? Like a few programs we are going to execute. No, there as well we are going to use it. Okay, let's see how it works for us. For example, you just give 10 percentage 20. So you are dividing the number 10 with 20. What will be the remainder? Can anybody say? So I am dividing 10 with 20. Like, so here 20 and I'm dividing 10. So what will be the remainder, guys? No one.
0, I think.
How? How is 0 is a remainder? Remember, if you are dividing smaller number with bigger number, the smaller number is always the remainder. The smaller number always the remainder, because 20 with 10 I can't divide with 20, right? 10 is smaller number. How I can divide? I am going to get in float, like decimals. I don't want decimals. I just want the remainder. So here 10 is my remainder. If you do 1 at 1, if you divide 1 at 1 with 200, 20 into 5, it's 100. And you are going to get 1 as your remainder. So 1 is my remainder. Clear? If you are dividing smaller number with bigger number, your smaller number will be always the remainder. Now, if you just save it and run it, see, 10 is my remainder. Understood? Understood or not?
Yeah, understood.
Okay. And then I showed you two more operators, double slash. Still now we saw the single slash. Let's see what is purpose of double slash. So the single slash you can call as float division, you can say, because you are going to get the result in the form of float numbers. For example, just 10 divided by 5, we are expecting the output will be 2, but it's giving 2.0 because this is float division. If you are using single slash, the output will be always a float. Float value will be your output, your result. And this double slash stands for integer division. So this is the important question you are going to get. What is the difference between integer division and float division? So whenever you are doing float division with single slash, it's going to give you the result in the form of float numbers. And whenever you are going to use this double slash integer division, it's going to return the output of integer part. Now, just try print 10 integer divided by 20. Previously, we saw float division gave you 0.5. But when it's come to integer division, it's going to give you 0 only. It is going to return you integer part, not the float point. Whenever n dot encounters, it's going to stop taking output from there. Whatever data is there preceding to the dot, it will consider it as output. That will be the output of integer division. You can save. See, here you got 0 because of integer 0. You just change here so that you can come doing the comparison. Just clear the screen. See, so this is a float division output 0.5 and my integer division output is 0. Okay. And if you have
Can you give 25, Mansa, over there?
20 divided by 25
Yes.
or 25 divided by 10.
Yeah. Anything,
Let's see.
anything is fine.
Okay. Normally, if we do 25 divided by 10, the output is 2.5. Okay. If we do same thing for integer division, the output is 2 only. It won't give you the decimal part. You have the screen. See, you got 2.5. Sorry, I removed one more slash here. That's my bad. See, with the same value, with float division, you got float value as an output. With integer division, you are going to get only integer part.
Got it, Mansa.
Okay, very important question. I experienced it, but I'm not sure in nowadays how the interview is gonna ask you. Okay, difference between float division and integer division. And one more final operator is that double star. Single star for multiplication, double star is power operator. For example, you want to do 2 square, 2 cube, 2 power 4, 3 power 4, 3 power 10, 10 power 10. So if you want to perform that power operations, then you can use this power operator. Just print. If you want to do 2 power 10, 2 double star 10. Save it. See, 1002. So this is power operator. These 7 operator command are arithmetic operators. Okay. Clear, guys?
Yes, sister, clear.
Then we have logical operators. Before going to logical operators, let us go to comparison operators. Comparison operators. We can call the same as the relational operators as well. We can call the same as relational operators as well. So as the name suggests, comparison. So if you want to compare the data, means if you want to compare two values, then we are going to use this comparison or relational operators. Can anybody tell whatever the relational operators that we have? Anybody?
Less,
Comparison operators as well.
less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to.
Okay. Anything else? Equal, not equal, also comparison operators, right? But we are calling them as equality operators, but they also come under comparison operators only, right? We are checking whether two values are equal or three values are equal or four values are equal or not. We are checking. So,
Yeah,
total we have here greater than, we want to check if two values, like if 10 is greater than 20 or not, if 100 is greater than 200 or not. So, this is comparison. Less than or equals to a comparison, greater than or equals to comparison. So this equal comma non-equal operators we are calling as equality operators, but they also come under comparison operators. So these things we are using to compare the data. Clear? So these comparison operators always going to return you true or false. If you see arithmetic operators, they are returning some content to you, and integers are on float you can perform. So when it's come to comparison operators are always going to return you true or false. If you are comparing if 100 is less than 200 or not, it's going to tell yes or no. The same thing, the comparison operators always going to tell if they are true or not. Just let us execute. Multi-line comment I am doing. I will explain them in later classes. So print if 100 is greater than 200 or not. Print if 100 is less than 200 or not. Print if 100 is greater than equals to 100 or not. Print if 100 is less than or equals to 200 or not. Print 100 equals to 100. Print 100 not equals to 100. Is 100 greater than 200? No, right? So it's going to return false. 100 is less than 200. The next line, 100 is less than 200. It's correct. It will return true. 100 is greater than or equal. So greater than or equal means if it is greater than or equals to the another value, then it will return true. So it will compare either greater than or greater the operator or equals to operator. If any one of that thing satisfied, it will return true. Same with less than or equals. 100 equals to 100. If the both values are equals, then it will return true. If both values are not equals, then it will return false for us. Let us execute. See, first is false. 100 is not greater than 200. 100 is less than 200, so it returned true. 100 is equals to operator satisfied, so it returned true. And less than, next 20th line, 100 is less than or equals to 200. 100 is less than 200, right? So less than satisfied, so it returned true. 100 equals to 100, that true. And 100 is not equals to 100, that returned false. So comparison operator is always written true or false to us. Okay. Then we have logical operators. Very, very, very important. Okay. Still now we saw like comparing only single condition, right? In above, in comparison operators, we saw comparing only single condition at a time. And if that single condition satisfied, it's going to return either true or false to us. Okay. But when it's come to logical, sometimes you might have to compare two conditions or three conditions or four conditions. General example we can consider, uh, license issue is that like they are providing the license, right? So the criteria is like the gender should be male and the age of the person should be greater than 18. So if person satisfies the both the conditions, then they are gonna get license. Here two conditions must satisfy. Okay. Or else, if any one condition is satisfied, if they are providing license, then we can use or operate. Any one condition satisfies, that's fine for me. Like now we saw, right? Greater than or equals. If greater than satisfies, that's fine. And equal satisfies. If any one thing is satisfied, then it got satisfied. And not equals to operator. We saw few things. So in the same way, in logical operators, we have and, or, not. So in case of and, both conditions should be satisfied. Then only it will return true. In R, if any one condition is satisfied, then it will return true. In not, if you give 1, it will return opposite value for 1. It's 0. If you try not true, it will return false. Like that. So whatever value you give, it will return opposite to that, not operator. Just let's see. Print 10 is less than 20 and 10 is less than 30. If 10 is less than 20 and 30, then it will return true. Okay, just save. See, it's written true if both the conditions satisfy. Now what you are telling, 10 is less than 20 and next condition is 10 is greater than 30. 10 is not greater than 30, right? So the condition not satisfied. If you run, it will return false. So in case of and, both the conditions or both the values should be true. Okay. And in case of R, if any one condition is satisfied, it will return true. If two conditions are satisfied, it will return true. If both the conditions are not satisfied, then only it's going to return you false. It returned true because 10 is less than 20. If any one condition is satisfied, then it will return true for you. If both the conditions are not satisfied, then only it's going to return you false. See, it returned false. If both the conditions true, it will return true. In case of or. Okay. Clear, guys? And you want not, right? Print, if you just try not true, it will return false. Okay. If you print not 1, it will return false, because true or false, I forgot to tell you, in Boolean values we have true or false, right? So except 0, everything you can consider as true. But normally true indicated by 1 and false indicated by 0. Okay, true indicated by 1, false indicated by 0. If you give not 1, 1 is true, right? So it return false. If you give not 10, again it's going to return you false, because 10 has some value. So it has some value, it will be true. It don't have any value, then it will false. If you give 0, 0 is nothing. So it is false. Not 0 means it will return true for you. Opposite value it will return for us, not operator. Clear? So you can
I'm clear,
understand
sister.
0 means false, non-zero means true. Any doubts? Am I audible?
Yeah, yes.
I want response from everyone. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I will repeat. If you have don't no doubts, you can say at least I'm clear from my end, like that. At least I need response from everybody, right?
Yeah, clear, man.
Understood.
Sorry, the person who's talking now, I was not able to hear them. Could you please repeat, guys? Who is trying to say something? I'm not sure.